I welcome you on the program again today. This is THP, the happiest people on earth. My name is Oluwakunmi Adeleye. The program is sponsored by the Full Gospel Businessmen's Fellowship International Nigeria. On the program every week, what we do is to bring evidence of God's faithfulness in this generation. What we do is to bring people to testify to the fact that Jesus is Lord in their life and every area of their life. And so today again, I have a wonderful couple. They reside presently in the city of Ibadan. They are pure business people. They are real in the marketplace, trading, basic trading into footwear, rubber footwear. And the Lord has been doing wonderfully well with their business. Welcome with me today, Mr. and Mrs. Tope Adeleye. You're welcome on the program.
Thank you, sir.
Now, I said that you deal with footwear and that you are absolutely into trading. What prompted you? Let me start with you, sir. What prompted you into this kind of business at all?
My grandmother, while she was alive, did the same business. My mother, while was alive, did the same business. Oh, it seems I was born into it. Despite my even BSc qualification, my mother didn't want me to have any white collar job. And she believed that if my pocket is sound, I will be also sound mentally. That it's better to be an employer of labor rather than running after salaries.
So has there been any regret?
No.
So the Lord has been faithful.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're still coming on that. Mrs. Adeleye, has the Lord been good to you?
Yes, in every area of my life, they have been so wonderful to me.
Well, can you just let our audience at home know this kind of goodness that the Lord, I know one of the goodness is Mr. Tope Adeleye.
Yes.
So what are the other goodness that you want to share about God's faithfulness?
We want to appreciate God for counting us worthy to be part of His children. Number one, salvation. We joined this fellowship and God turned our life around for better. But before we joined this fellowship, we were Christian, no church goer. But when we joined this fellowship, God turned our life around. We knew that we should have a personal relationship with God. And through this fellowship, we are able to give our life to Christ. And that's number one. Number two, before we joined this fellowship, my home, a young guy that is doing very nice in his business. As I'm talking, we ladies, we know what it means. But when we joined the fellowship, the Lord gave us another wine entirely. A new wine in our home. We have reason to enjoy ourselves, though there will be challenges, but God has been so faithful so far.
Now let me come back to you on that. She said God gave a new wine. What kind of wine were you serving her before?
Okay. Then, as she has rightly said, precisely 1999, we surrendered our life to Christ. I'm a moralist, but I have a lot of friends, and then they call me chairman. I keep late in the night. I'm a moralist. I never smoke. I never drink. I can't say womanizing, but through my friends, they will introduce a strange ladies to me. But the moment I gave my life, that was an end to such extra curricular activities. So I've gotten a new name in the Lord now. So, and I've been enjoying my life. No more keeping late nights.
So what again do you want to share of God's faithfulness, especially in your business? Have you seen God help you? Have you seen God bring you out of indebtedness as a business person?
Wonderful. The very day we gave our life, April 19, year 1999, in one of the Full Gospel chapter, the presenter Oluwakunmi Adeleye now prophesied that a man in green, and I was the only one in green, that will be coming back with testimony. I thought it was the kind of testimony in my local church, whereby they will say, for what God has done, we should shout 21 hallelujah. So I didn't take him serious. But God is a God of the unusual. Prior to that, the business was down, no more move line, because certain Lebanese have duped me to the tune of 1.9, so I have some dead stock. But the following day, 3 Malam came from Sokoto, and to my surprise, they were asking for this so-called dead stock. So what happened in Ezekiel 37, when dead bone received life, happened right in my place of work. Dead stock received life. And this was the product I wanted to auction at the rate of 30 naira. But I was able to add even 5 naira to the cost price, and I was able to raise another millions to relaunch myself back into the business.
So you've seen God bring you out of indebtedness completely.
Yes.
So let's come back to you, Mr. Adeleye. Now, have you seen God prove himself faithful in the family, that is over the children? Have you seen God be faithful?
Yes, God has been so faithful to us in all areas of their lives. God gave us a wonderful children. I would say we normally pray for them that they will serve God, they will need training, godly conduct will be their portion. That has been their life. We have 3 of them now in university, to the glory of God. Our marriage is still 20 years old. Every of their results, God has been proving so wonderful. You know, when we were young, when we want to do school scratch, people will understand what I'm trying to say. Maybe some of our mates, because I did my own ones, but some of our mates, they would do it 3 times, 4 times before they could get their result. But God has been so faithful that God gave my children a wonderful result. You know, there are some parents, they do bargaining. I know what I'm saying when I say bargaining in the area of education, but in my home, God didn't allow us to witness such incidents. We don't negotiate. We rely on God's promises, and we tell our children that this is what you should do to get a good result. And God has been so faithful. They listen to whatever we say, and you know, since the Bible says, teach your children the way to go, and when they grow up, they will not depart from it. It has been so wonderful. God has been faithful to us in our family. I give him all the praise.
Hallelujah. Before we go on breaks, let me come back onto you. You see, there's this belief that if you do this kind of business in trading, especially in this southwest part of the nation, you need to fortify yourself with a lot of Africa. Yes. Before you gave your life to Christ, have you been tempted to do that?
No.
Okay.
Because my grandmother was associated with Jola Adeleye Babalola, the founder of the CAC movement.
Okay.
And my mother inherited it. And the same thing.
Okay.
I also, but I've gone in quote now, prophetess and prophets. Because my father died before age 40, and they thought it was the witches and wizard in his hometown that killed him. So I was introduced to few of them in order